So I think I've made you guys wait long enough for this Girl Meets Permanent Record review. So let's go ahead and get to it. What's going on YouTube? So the episode starts off with Maya getting an A in Spanish class and Riley getting a D. Of course, we knew this already from the non-spoiling promo that Disney released. Geniuses. So Riley is being her normal dramatic self when she chooses to not sit with the rest of the group because she got a D on her paper. So Farkle tells everyone that the only grades that truly matter are your high school grades. And that sent Maya into this cute, furious rage, yelling at Farkle, asking him why he made her go to school all this time if that was the case. And that was hilarious. And Maya and Zay really stole the first few minutes of this episode, and I loved it when Zay told Maya that she can go to any college that she wants. And when Riley asked what about her, Zay referred to Riley as Maya's cute friend, which under most circumstances would be considered a compliment, but in this case it was clearly meant as a friendly jab in a way to boost up Maya and declare Riley as her sidekick, which I'm pretty sure most of us would agree with. And another moment that I thoroughly enjoyed is when he also refers to himself as Lucas' cute friend when Smackle asked him what was he on the baseball team next to Lucas, since Lucas was the star player. Zay just continues to kill the opening segment along with Maya, the real two co-stars of the show if you ask me. And Maya starts to talk to her A paper as if it's an actual person, and it was the most adorable conversation that I've seen on the show so far. Now I don't know if that's a good thing or not, probably not though, but nonetheless. So Maya shows Corey and Topanga her A and everybody starts to celebrate while Riley just sits there with her D paper on her face. And when Maya tells Topanga that she doesn't want this to change how she feels about her real children, Topanga assures her that it wouldn't. And then she just rips off everything off the refrigerator and hangs up Maya's A. So many comedic parts of this episode that were genuinely funny. And Riley goes on to ramble about something, and Topanga just completely blows her off and says that she's braiding her new daughter's hair, aka Maya. And Maya did like the biggest smile after she said that. I mean, honestly, at this point, I feel like this episode was specifically made for me and my subs. I mean, how is it not? So the segment ends with Topanga telling Riley that she will pick up her grade eventually and she just needs to study more. And Riley responds with a very optimistic line saying, and I quote, "And then I'll be your daughter again." And Topanga responds saying that we'll see how it goes. Oh my god. Can this episode be any more awesome at this point? So Corey goes to the Spanish teacher and tries to get her to change Riley's grade in order to boost her self-confidence. But the Spanish teacher was not budging. And I'm glad she didn't budge, because it shows Lucas isn't the only one that can't protect everyone anymore. But Corey can't either. High school is harder, and they will just have to find it within themselves to power through. Now here comes another amazing line said by Lucas towards Riley. So Lucas climbs into Riley's window and says,
I'm you.
You're me?
Yeah. All of a sudden, I'm a loser.
Now tell me that this episode wasn't made to tickle my fancy. And just when you thought this moment couldn't get any better, Zay comes into the window and says to Maya,
I'm you.
You're me?
Yeah. All of a sudden, I'm a phenom.
are you serious? This is totally an episode that I would write if I was a writer. And then Maya and Zay follow it up with this very cool yet very nerdy handshake. And also I noticed Riley looked kind of impressed during this handshake, but Lucas looked kind of, you know, annoyed, or at the very least, not amused. And then Riley tries with Lucas to one-up Zay and Maya with a cool handshake of their own, but instead Lucas just embarrassingly tells her to stop. Once again, hilarious. And there are two sides of Riley's room in this segment. The loser side, which is Farkle, Riley, and Lucas, and the cool, successful side, which consists of Smackle, Maya, and Zay. Which I would say they got those sides right for the most part, wouldn't you? And if it wasn't already clear before that Smackle clearly has a crush on Lucas, this is even further proven when she tells Zay to not hit on her in front of Lucas, despite being with Farkle. And you wonder why I don't take their relationship seriously. So we're about halfway through the episode at this point, and so far it's my favorite episode of season 3 hands down. Now, will the second half of the episode ruin it? Well, let's find out. So Topanga goes to talk to the Spanish teacher just like Cory, but Topanga goes to thank the teacher for pushing the kids to be at their best. Honestly, I'm just happy to finally see Topanga somewhere besides her kitchen and living room with Augie and Ava. Even if it only lasted a few seconds, it was still very refreshing to see. So good isn't good enough. And this is the message that Cory and Topanga are trying to relay to Riley. It's time for her to step up her game, like Maya. So Riley and Farkle finally come to the conclusion that it's time for them to rise their level and step it up. And if you're a big Ry-Arkle fan, this was a nice little conversation for you. So the episode ends with Cory teaching his Mr. Feeney clone self off and encouraging everybody to do better. And of course, the episode had to end with Riley getting an A on her test. I would have preferred if she got a C personally, to show that she's improving but not quite where she wants to be. Just a tiny little nitpick. But overall, this was definitely my favorite episode of the season, and that probably had a lot to do with my favorite two characters shining bright, and one of my least favorite characters not annoying me too much. But overall, I would probably give this episode a 9 out of 10, but let me know what you guys thought about this episode and what you would rate it in the comment section below. And if you haven't already signed a petition to move Girl Meets World to Freeform, the link to that will be in the description box. But I'm done talking. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. But as always, until next time.